Hello and welcome to the Fatani Dagani YouTube channel, and today I am unscripted, just speaking from the heart and just saying what's on my mind. A lot of that has to do with who I am as a person and as an individual. If some of you know, or if you don't know, I am an ICU nurse. I have been a nurse for this will be 22 years. Even I'm like, whoa, Fatsani, you've been nursing for that length of time. And yes, I have. I am proud of my experience. I am proud of my role. But at the same time, I am getting burnt out. Why am I sharing that on this precious intentional living YouTube channel? Because nursing is what has made me who I am today. And I see the struggle that's going on with my colleagues, and I am just trying to function through the day to day and just be the best person I can be while living through the havoc and the chaos that is healthcare today. And a majority of the time means holding my thoughts in. And my outlet is my YouTube channel. And I've also found that my running or my marathon training is also a great outlet because I come back feeling refreshed with a new perspective on different things. But today I'm just going to share what it is to be in critical care, to be working in ICU in these days, in this current I don't even know what to call it. In this current climate where there is so much tension between groups of people because they have different beliefs. It's not the easiest. And it is a struggle for a lot of healthcare so-called heroes to be going through this phase in life because what we are seeing is that the vaccine is protective. But there is the realization that there's people out there that truly believe that there's a big conspiracy behind the vaccination process. Whether there's a conspiracy or not is neither here nor there. I am speaking from my experience of what I am seeing, and the fact remains, I might be blinded, whatever you want to call it, or if you want to think I am being brainwashed into believing that the vaccine is protective, so be it. You believe that. But I am seeing, and I truly believe that I'm not crazy. I truly believe that we're not crazy. Yes, I have gone through, this has been 2 years now. And the struggle that people don't seem to realize that healthcare people are having is the fact that we are going through so much when we truly believe, I believe, that the vaccine is protective. And the reason I say that is because we have two groups of COVID patients. One group is vaccinated and one group is not vaccinated. The group that is vaccinated is not having a harder time as the group that's unvaccinated. This is what I am seeing with my eyes. Call me crazy, but I'm seeing this in the ICU that I work at, in the hospital that I work at. The population of unvaccinated patients that have longer lengths of stay, that have poorer outcomes, are somehow not vaccinated. Wow, right? What a revelation. And it will be a revelation for a lot of people if only they could see this. But they choose not to see it because they're not exposed to it. Fair enough. Out of 100, maybe we see 10% of the population, and the rest of the world is seeing 90% of the population. And out of that 90%, maybe just a few are getting COVID or they're getting that sick. Whereas out of our 10%, we see the ones that are really sick. So my outlook is completely different to someone who's not in the ICU. I see the worst of the worst, and that is the experience that I am having. So the people that don't see what I'm seeing cannot relate to what I am going through or what I'm seeing or what my colleagues are going through. And so you hear about the big resignation. I was talking to my sister and she's like, big resignation, what is that? She's not in the US. As I don't know if it's going on throughout the world, but I know for sure there's a big resignation going on in healthcare. People are over it. Why are we going through so much strife, so much hard work, so much heartache from seeing people die, from something we believe can be prevented, from something we believe can really not be the outcome that we're seeing? People are just over it. And at the beginning, I was like, are they vaccinated? Oh, oh, great, they're not. And that was me. But I've decided, you know what? I went into this profession for a reason. Does it matter if they're vaccinated or not? There was a lot of anger. I was angry because why are we going through all this hard work when we truly believe that we shouldn't be going through all this hard work? 2 years in, if people could only just get vaccinated. That's my perception. That's based on my experience. That's based on what we've been going through over these past 2 years. The belief that this vaccine is protective, because now who are we seeing that are staying in for long lengths of time? Who are we seeing that are like struggling with COVID? Who are we seeing that the family members are so angry and so emotionally abusive to nursing, but the ones that are not vaccinated? At the beginning, people were very appreciative because we were doing what we could, but somehow, for some reason, they're all angry at us. They're angry at us, yet we stay in the fight. But what's happening now is people are saying, enough. I'm done. Like, literally, like, why am I putting up with the abuse? Why are we doing this when we all know that the vaccine works? So you find nurses are leaving the profession in droves. You find the big resignation is hitting healthcare really hard. Caring for COVID patients is not easy. With the current information that we have, we still have to gown up, guard up, and you have to think ahead to all the processes. Like when you're not going into an isolation room, or when you're having to go into a room that the person is not isolated, you can just go in and out without thinking twice about it. When you go into a COVID room, you have to think about what things do you need when you're in there. We've gone through so much innovation and we try and do the best that we can. But still, caring for COVID patients is not easy. It's a lot of work. And at the end, as jaded as we might seem, you always think, will this person make it? The majority don't. The majority of the COVID patients don't make it. And some do, but my experience is most of them are in those hospital beds for so long. So now what you're finding is usually a person that would be in the ICU for maybe a week is staying for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. That's a bed being taken for somebody who would need it for a shorter length of time, but there's no bed. We have capacity to create ICU beds, but we don't have the staff because people are over it. People are done. People are leaving. They're like, I can't do this anymore. So now you're finding the emergency rooms are being, they're full. They're having to hold ICU patients because the ICUs don't have room And then now you're waiting for someone to go out in order to create a room for someone to come in. There's a whole backlog. There's a whole bunch of stuff that's going on that you might not realize, but that's what we're experiencing here on the front line. I'm a smiler. I have dimples. I might be smiling through this pain, but there's a lot going on that you do not even begin to understand. And I hope you can empathize and sit in my skin and sit in my experience and try and look at it from where I am coming from. That's all I ask. I understand people are skeptical about the vaccine. People truly believe that their body, their choice, this vaccine is being forced on them. That's their right to believe that. But isn't it also my right to just talk about my experience and just say, you know what, it's not that easy to be on the other end of this fight and to see that, oh my gosh, majority of these people are not vaccinated. That's a revelation in its own. And I have had to flip my way of looking at things just to be able to cope and just to be able to be like, okay, I can do this, because my friend once said to me, treat them as the non-compliant diabetics. Treat them as the non-compliant hypertensives. Because in reality, we get a lot of patients that are non-compliant that come in through the hospital, the emergency room and so on. They're non-compliant. They're not taking their medications. They're not doing what they're supposed to. But do we judge them? Probably not. But I've been judgmental to the non-vaccinated because they're creating so much work, a backlog. Because if only they had gotten vaccinated, they wouldn't be in this situation. That's my perspective, right? This is my experience. Love it or hate it, this is my lived experience. And I think we have to begin to see each other from each other's lived experiences in order to come to an understanding. So, as much as, I treat the non-compliant hypertensives, the non-compliant diabetics, I'm going to have to do the same and be neutral to the non-compliant and vaccinated. That's how I have to look at it. That's my outlook, because that's what makes it easy for me to step into that hospital every time I go in there and just hope for a better tomorrow. Unscripted from the heart. The struggle is real. The healthcare workers are living in drones because they're tired. Fighting the fight for 2 years is not an easy path to take on. I've decided to take it on. What keeps me going is my hope for a better tomorrow when everyone will be able to empathize and see from each other's perspective. I really do try and understand the non-vaccinated people's stance. It's hard, but I try. The smile remains. Take care until the next time. This is Fatani Dagani, Unscripted, speaking from the heart, living an intentional life. As much as everything looks screwed up for now, I am working towards my 4-year retirement plan where I can say goodbye and have a blessed day. Be kind, be gentle. Your healthcare heroes are tired, but we fight another day. I did have a 4-mile run. That's the smile. I still have my endorphins running. That's why I'm able to come up here, talk about a difficult subject, a very contentional subject where people are on two extremes, but I come in peace. Take care. Really, take care. This surge is real, and I do hope it does end. They say mid-February by mid-February or March, we should be over the worst of it. It seems like we're still fighting, so I hope for a better tomorrow. Take care of yourselves and your family, love each other, and be kind out there. Peace. I'm out of here. Fatsani Dogani, encouraging y'all to live intentionally. Take care. Bye bye.